Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the last 16 match of myself against Mickey Mansell. Now, if I remember correctly, he did beat me in the first season of this, so let's see if I can get some revenge today. However, this first leg is not great, despite opening with a ton. And in the second visit, I get 3 more straight darts, so I get a 60. So I'm thinking, oh, great, this is 6 straight darts. You're building that confidence. You're then checking his scores out, and Surfai's got a 26, a 21, and then he follows that with his second 26, as you're about to see here. So I'm feeling great. I'm confident. Coming back, I'm trying to build on those 6 nice darts. There's a 7th one. Straightway won it and then get the big one. So yeah, this is an 81. However, from here, it goes a bit array. So we're going to jump forward quite a bit. You can see I've had scores of 9 and 5. What you can't see is there's also a 22 on the board as well. So yeah, in the middle, I definitely lost it. And then I have quite a few darts that missed double in this leg. I believe it's 5, if not more, missed doubles. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more. So yeah, I'm coming back, and it is more. I cannot recall. There you go. So yeah, I've split it, hit the big one. Can I take the double 4 out? No. So yeah, that's already 7 missed doubles in this leg. I do promise you it gets better, but I'm now losing 1-0. And to be honest, the second leg here, it sort of followed the same routine because I do have a ton in it. So there's a ton in the opening 9. I've just hit a nice 1-2-1 there. But it's inconsistent. You can see I'm struggling to get a 45 average at the minute. It does get a little bit better than that. But yeah, pretty shortly, the frustration's growing at this point purely because I know I can play better. And it's like I actually filmed this video 4 days ago. I believe I filmed it over the weekend on Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, I've not really thought about this because I've been doing nothing since. But when I was going back and editing this video, this, in all fairness, was probably the best my arm had felt that day when I was throwing. So that's why there's more frustration coming in. Like even there, like I've just missed a 4. So I've tried to check out 65. I'm going for the 25. I've hit the 19. I should be taking a 4 to go for tops, and I've absolutely messed it up. And then I've also miscounted as well to make it even worse. So yeah, I'm 2-0 down, and at this point, I'm just sat there. Well, I'm stood there thinking, I can't hit anything. Again, I've had a 1-2-5 at the start of this leg, which you've not seen. But I'm just thinking to myself, I'm scoring it's all or nothing. And something I've been able to address since this video is I seem to have found a lot more consistency. And I think what's helped me do that is when I start playing, like when I start warming up, I just solely have 10 visits where I aim for the bull. Well, I aim in the region of the bull. I don't aim for anything like just throwing the dart, but I'm more bothered about has my wrist flicked correctly and has my handprint ended up where I want it. And I'll do that for maybe 10 visits. I might do 2 or 3 visits where I don't even throw a dart, but I go through the process of throwing the dart. That is really helping me. And then I'll also do maybe 5 to 10 visits of bull switch. So you do your first dart at the bull, and then let's say you hit the 14, you've got to go to the opposite side to double 10, and then you go back to the opposite side to double 14. So do that a few times well, because it gets you moving a little bit, gets you opening your body, closing your body, as I've discussed in recent videos. So yeah, it is getting better. I have played, I mean, you may have seen, I played a fantastic game. I actually beat Dartbot the other day, and that was just consistently getting, I think I hit 20, 13 times twice. So like 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. I was doing that. Even last night when I was filming like the next video for this series, I was just hitting the 20s. I couldn't stop hitting the 20s. And then when I wasn't hitting the 20s, I was hitting a 1. And I was supposed to be with Daniel last night, but I completely forgot he's not here. He's in Germany at the minute. So, yeah, I'm going to have to hold off what I wanted to discuss with him. But hitting ones, when me and him discussed it before, he said that's a good thing. So, yeah, it's going the right way. But you can see here, I've managed to win the third leg in 27 darts. Am I going to get an opportunity? I am getting an opportunity to win this third leg. Well, fourth leg, sorry. How are we going to do it? Okay, really far outside, but that's because I'm opening my body that bit more and it's helping me find the target. And then slowly moving. The mental attitude I'm trying to have is obviously everyone wants to get like the through the legs in as few darts as possible. But ask yourself, to make it easy, is there a difference between a 16 dart leg and an 18 dart leg? There is, because you throw in less darts or more darts, but you're still having the same amount of visits. So if you can get yourself like good marker and then work in from the marker, why not do that? And then the other thing, like Daniel always says to me, and it is slowly going in there because I'm happy accepting scores of 60, is be happy with a 20. The trebles will come, and they do come. And then for me, when they do come, they'll come in floods. Like you've seen me do it before, where I'll hit a 180 or a 140, or I might hit back to back 140s in a ton. Like they do eventually come. So yeah, the game is getting better, but right now I am losing 3-1, not playing great, but somehow in this leg, this is an example of my scoring. This leg is actually fantastic for it. Okay, so let's just see if I take this leg out now. Okay, there we go. So this leg was 22 darts. There was a 36. That is the worst score of the leg. But then I've gone 41. You know what I've hit. 81, 81, 41. You know what I'm hitting all of them. 140, 41. You know what I've hitting both of them. And then I finished on tops. I've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stray darts there. And 5 of them were in the 1, which I'm happy with that. Obviously, a 1's not as good as a 5, but I'm very happy with that. I can accept that. But then you get to this leg. So I've just had that consistency in that leg. The consistency in that 7th leg was 11, 33, 45, 7, 45, 22, 45. That was a shambles of a leg. And not happy, really annoyed, because at 3-3, I was feeling a bit confident. But now at 4-3, I'm not as confident here. And I've got 66. 66 isn't the worst for me. But I've gone for the 14s and I've hit an 11. So I've got a single dart at tops now to take it to 4-4, and I've missed it. Close, but I've missed it. Is that going to be the only dart I have? You can see I'm really, really frustrated here, and he's not checked it out either. Like, you can see I'm trying to compose myself. I'm coming back into it. How are we going to do this? I've hit a big one. You can see it in the video there, and then I'm so annoyed. So I've only got one dart now. Completely messed this up. So it's just not going how we want it to go, is it? But he's left himself 5. Like, I'm not looking at the camera because what you can't hear is I'm listening to the audio track of the app. But yeah, I've now got 3 darts at 32. And of course, I hit the big 16. But that's all right because it's close enough. And I've hit the big 8. So I think what's happening here is I've given myself a bad little habit of closing my chest off to the board and making it more square to the wall. And I think that's dragging me inside. Like, I'm doing the opposite thing to what I do on the right side of the board, on the 10s and 2s, that side. But I can work on that. I can potentially solve that by myself. You can see me trying to line it up again, and I've just gone inside. Like, that's, you've got to accept that. But then hitting the big 15, like, that is just unacceptable. And I think that is 2 legs I have lost on a double 1 in this match. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, leg 1 and then leg 8. So yeah, Mickey Mansell once again's beaten me. A 46 average. But you can see my scorings there. 5 tons, 2 140s, a nice high out of 80? Yeah, it is 80. 3 out of 21 on the checkouts. That isn't ideal, but you can see the average winning leg is 26. 26 is becoming a really popular number now for when I play games. Like if you take my leg average, winning leg average, it's 26. So that is improving. I just need to hit the doubles. But that's been me playing Mickey Mansell. The next competition you're going to see is set play. It's first 2, I believe. So I look forward to seeing you there. But let's end this video with a nice, fantastic dart like that. And as always, remember to throw first.